Today in this video we will discuss about the types of the gametes which are formed in case of the Mendel's cross. In this chapter basically we have to make the different type of crosses like monohybrid cross, dihybrid cross. But if you are facing any competitive exam, in different competitive exams, different conditions may be given. For example, if trihybrid cross is there, polyhybrid cross is there. So how we can make that cross? For making any type of cross, the first and the most important point that we should know is how the gametes are formed, or what are the different type of the gametes which should be produced. We know that in sexual mode of reproduction, the parents are diploids. So the parents are diploid. These diploid parents, they produces the gametes. They produces the gametes. Now what are gametes? We know that the gametes are the specialized haploid cells which take part in the process of reproduction, or simply we can say the gametes are the haploid reproductive bodies. As these are the haploid reproductive bodies, so they should have half the number of chromosome. So in case of sexual mode of reproduction, now after the formation of the gamete, two types of gametes are formed, and after the formation of the gamete, the next step is fusion of the gametes. Fusion, or we can say syngamy. So fusion or syngamy takes place, and as a result of this, it leads to the formation of the zygote. The zygote is diploid in nature. It is diploid in nature. In this way, the chromosome number is being maintained in case of sexually reproducing organism, or simply we can say diploid organism. Now, whenever we are going to make the gametes, in this case, first of all, we should know how the gametes are formed and what are the different type of the gametes which can be formed in this case. So, for that, first thing that we have to study here is we should know what are the different type of the gametes which are formed. We can take a case, for example, if a parent is there, and in the case of the parents, the type of the gamete which is present there, that is A, B, B. Now the case is, what are the different type of the gametes which can be formed here? Simply, we can use the bifurcation methods to form the different type of the gametes which can be produced here. So in that case, the simple method here is, yes, the first point that we should know is, in case of gamete formation or genotype, every character is being represented by a alphabet. So if we have written AA, that means they are responsible. Alphabet A, it may be capital A or it may be small a. So they are responsible for one type of character. Similarly, here capital B, small b, here in this case B alphabet is going to represent another character. Now if we have to make the gametes, most of the time what the student will do, that whenever the gamete formation have to be taken place, we know that gametes contains half the number of chromosome. So the students normally prepares the two type of the gametes which may be capital A, small a, and capital B, small b. Now, can we consider it to be gamete? Gamete should have unpaired number of chromosome. So here, if we will take the case that it is the gamete, okay, for the character number 1, which is represented by A, it is having A and A. But the second character, for the second character, none of the factor is available here. So how the next character is going to be represented here? So we can say this type of gamete formation method is wrong. So these are not the exact type of the gametes. Now, how the gametes can be formed? The best and the simple way is, whenever we will produce the gamete, every gamete should have all the type of the alphabets. It should have A as well as it should have B. The simple method here is, First of all, we have to write this. The first alphabet we will take, and what are the different type of the symbols here? This is capital A, and the another one is small a. So we will write it separately. Now, after writing it separately, the next one is again here the B and B, the alphabet B, they are heterozygous in condition. So we have to make two probabilities. In this case also, we will make two lines which represents two probability. And after that we can write, here we can write capital B, and here we will write small b. Similarly, the probability of A is it can be available there with capital B or with small b. So we can write here capital B and small b. Now after writing it, next one is what are the options. Then we can write what are the type of the gamete that they are going to produce. Here it will produce the gametes capital A, capital B. Here the probability will be capital A, small b. In this case, small a is going to be expressed with capital B. So here it will be small a, capital B. Similarly here, small a and small b. So here we can say that in this case, the type of the gametes which are formed, they are of four types. Capital A, capital B, capital A, small b, small a, capital B, and small a, small b. So these are the four different type of the gametes. Let us take, this is case number 1. Let us take the another case. Here, if the genotype will be capital A, small a, capital B, and capital C, small c. So if this is the genotype of the parental organism, what are the types of the gametes which can produce here? So for that again we will apply the bifurcation method. So in that case we have already discussed. First of all, here the A alphabet is present in the heterozygous form. So we will write the two A's separately. Here we will write capital A, and here again small a. Then we will come to the next one. It should also have B, but here if you will see, the B is there in the homozygous condition, not in the heterozygous condition. So as it is in the homozygous condition, it will always give a same type of the gene or the factor, that is capital B. So here only we have to make a single line. Here also we will make a single line. Now we can write here capital B. Here also one time capital B. Why we have done this one? Because here the B alphabet is present in the homozygous form. So if it is present in the homozygous form, only we have to write it once. Now, what is the third alphabet? The third alphabet here is C. Capital C and small c. That means they are present in the heterozygous form. So here, as it is there in the heterozygous form, two probabilities are there. Again we have to put two lines here. Again here also we have to put two lines. Again first of all we will write capital C, then small c. Capital C and small c. Now we will make the gametes which can be formed. Here first of all, capital A, capital B, capital C. So we can write capital A, capital B, and capital C. Here the probability will be capital A, capital B, and small c. So capital A, capital B, and small c. In this case, small a, capital B, and capital C. So small a, capital B, capital C. Here we can see small a, capital B, and small c. Now you can check, none of the two gametes which are formed, they are similar to each other. So here again, how many type of the gametes are going to be formed? Number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. This is the next case. Similarly, we can take the third case where the type of the genotype present in the parent is capital A, small a, capital B, small b, capital C, small c. Now, what are the probable type of the gametes which can be formed in this case? Simply we have discussed what we have to do. First of all, we can apply the bifurcation method. There we will take the first alphabet. Here the first alphabet is A. It is there in the heterozygous condition. Hetero is different. So here we will take capital A. Again for another one we will take small a. Now come to the second type. The second alphabet is B. As B is in the heterozygous condition, so we will write it twice. So again we can write capital B, here small b. Here also capital B, here it will be small b. Now, the third alphabet, the third character is represented by the third alphabet, that is C. Here C also present there in the heterozygous condition. So what will be the probability? Here again two probabilities are there, which are capital C, small c, capital C, small c. Here also capital C, small c, capital C, small c. In this way we have prepared this. The next step is to form the gametes. Now I am sure that all of you can prepare the different type of gametes. What we have to do? Capital A, capital B, capital C. Capital A, capital B and capital C. Here the gamete formed is capital A, capital B and small c. Capital A, capital B and small c. Now, what will be the case here? Capital A, small b, capital C. Capital A, small b, capital C. Here, capital A, small b, small c. In this case, now we will start with this A, small a, capital B, capital C. Here in this case, small a, capital B, small c. Here, small a, small b, capital C. And here the case will be small a, small b and capital C. So how many types of the gametes have formed here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 types of gametes can be produced here. So this is the way in which if any type of the cross is being given, if any of the genotype of the parent is being given, it may be of the monozygous, monohybrid cross, dihybrid cross, trihybrid or polyhybrid cross. If it is being given, then simply we can prepare the different type of the gametes. But whenever you are facing any competitive exam, sometime it is being asked that you have to find out how many types of the gametes which can be produced in the case of the given genotype of the parents. So at that time we don't have sufficient time to make this type of the conditions to find out what are the types of the gametes. So the simple and the tricky method of finding the number of the gametes formed in case of the given genotype of a parent is that whenever any genotype of the parent is being given, and if we have to know what are the number of the different type of the gametes which can be produced here, then in that case simply we can use a formula, and this formula will help us to find the number of the gametes which can be produced. So here the formula is the number of gametes formed, the number of the different type of the gametes formed is equal to 2 to the power n. This is the formula, where here n represents the number of heterozygous pairs present in the given genotype. So if we will find out the number of the heterozygous pairs present in the given genotype, so on that basis we can calculate the number of the gametes which can be formed in any of the case. For example, let us take the first case. If the given if the genotype of the parent is capital A, small a, capital B, small b, capital C and small c. Now, if anyone asks you whether it is the gamete or not a gamete. So simply we can say no, this is the genotype of a parent diploid organism, because for every character a pair of factors are available. So whenever we have to form the gametes, we have to find the number of the heterozygous condition. So the first case is to find the number of the heterozygous condition. Here we can see this is capital A small a. This is the first pair of the heterozygous condition. Now come to the next one, capital B small b. As it is in the heterozygous form, it will be the second heterozygous pair. Again here capital C small c, it is the third heterozygous pair. So now we can calculate the number of the gametes formed. So here the number of different type of gametes formed is equal to 2 to the power n. And what is the value of n here? 1, 2 and 3. So here as n, here n is equal to 3. So we can write 2 to the power 3 is equal to 2 into 2 into 2, and our answer will be 8. You can check it. In case of this, capital A small a, capital B small b, capital C small c, the number of the gametes which are formed, they are 8. Here we have made it, and the number has come to 8. So in very lesser time, in very few seconds, we can find out the number of the gametes which can form. Second case we can take is, if the case is there, capital A small a, capital B small b, capital C is capital C. Here if we have to find the types of the gametes, as we know, number of gametes formed is equal to 2 to the power n. Here in this case n is equal to, first of all we have to find the value of n. Here capital A small a, it is the heterozygous condition. Capital B small b, it is also there in the heterozygous condition. Capital C, it is not the heterozygous condition, it is the homozygous condition. So in this case, how many heterozygous pairs are present? We can check 1 and 2. So the value of n is equal to 2. Now we will put the value of n here, and now we will get 2 to the power 2. So the answer will be 4. So these are the tricks by which we can find out the number of the different type of the gametes which can be produced in case of the given genotype of our parents. This will be a very simple and the tricky method to find out the different type of gametes, and these questions are being asked frequently in the different type of the competitive exam. So go through it. It is a simple and the best method to find out the how the different type of the gametes are formed. One point we have to keep in mind that every gamete should have the unpaired type of the chromosomes. Thank you.